Welcome to Cool Tool History, the show devoted to shedding light on the cool tools of history and giving you 10 things you need to know about these historic cool tools. This week's cool tool is one of the first examples of an actual e-learning tool, the automatic teacher. So let's dive right in and look at the 10 things you need to know about the automatic teacher. Number 1. Ohio State University professor Sidney Presley first displayed the automatic teacher in 1924. Number 2. After submitting a patent for the device, Presley spent the next decade trying to market it. Number 3. Presley and his wife were also responsible for a number of on-the-market standardized tests, and even wrote a book called The Introduction to the Use of Standardized Tests. This book was published in 1922 and articulated ideas for constructing educational psychology in the image of clinical psychology. Number 4. The automatic teacher was about the size of a typewriter. The user would see a pre-created question and be able to enter an answer by pressing the correct answer on one of the corresponding keys. Number 5. Though the machine by today's standards would be considered a testing machine, Presley maintained that it was in fact a teaching machine. This was exemplified in a function that was revolutionary at the time in how one could not proceed to the next question without getting the previous one correct. Number 6. Presley was directly influenced by Edward Thorndike, an educational psychologist at Columbia University Teachers College. Thorndike wrote in 1912, "If by a miracle of mechanical ingenuity a book could be so arranged that only to him who had done what was directed on page 1 would page 2 become visible, and so on, much that now requires personal instruction could be managed by print." This described computer-based education half a century before it was possible. Number 7. As Presley continued to develop his machine, he sought to emulate Thorndike's teachings. In one version, he emulated Thorndike's law of recency by ensuring that the user had to input the correct answer twice before continuing. Number 8. Presley also had a version that could reward the user with a piece of candy if the correct answers were given. Number 9. Presley is considered to be ahead of his time as a cognitive psychologist. He rejected the traditional teaching views of learning by accumulation and instead focused on meaning, intent, and purpose. Number 10. Despite Presley's optimistic view that the automatic teacher would be the beginning of an industrial revolution of education, the device failed to capture investors as Presley continued to want to make changes to the machine. This, along with the subsequent Great Depression, would prevent further advances in educational technology until after World War II. Well, there you have it, 10 need-to-know facts about the automatic teacher. If you have any questions or suggestions for future historical cool tools, leave a comment below. Lastly, make sure to subscribe, follow us on Twitter, and check out Season 1 of our other Cool Tool show, Cool Tool Corner.